It's almost the end of November and the last month of 2022 is almost here. And as the saying goes, it's time to finish things off with a bang. Speaking of which, we begin today's Money Time with a big news that will certainly create an explosion. The Reserve Bank of India on Tuesday officially announced the rollout of pilot project of digital rupee from December 1, 2022. The digital rupee is known as Central Bank Digital Currency or CBDC. The Apex Bank has said that the digital rupee would be in the form of a digital token that represents a legal tender. Users will be able to transact with a digital rupee through a digital wallet offered by banks and stored on mobile phones or devices. Both private and public banks have been authorized for the pilot project. And speaking of currencies, the next news will tell you the D-Day that will decide whether you have to pay more taxes or less. The Union Budget 2023-24 would be tabled in Parliament on February 1. The government has already started preparing for the budget. The Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held 8 rounds of meetings with representatives from different industries. The Finance Ministry has shared some suggestions that were made in the meetings. These are cut in income tax, reduction of tax levied on EVs, employment generation programs, measures to promote India as a hub for green hydrogen, social benefits for children, coverage of unorganized workers under ESIC, to name a few. The government is yet to release the official numbers of GDP data in the Q2 of current financial year on November 30. Just before that, SBI Research has come out with its projection of GDP for the September quarter. Citing a weak manufacturing sector coupled with a steep margin compression, SBI Research has penciled in the country's GDP growth for the September quarter at 5.8%. It has also pegged the full year growth at 6.8%. It has indicated that economic activity would decline in the September quarter. But being optimistic on future, the research team said GDP numbers would be better in the December quarter. And now if you're an investor of passive funds, then you must watch closely. Do you know there are more than 200 passive funds that track different indices of Nifty? Most of these passive funds track Nifty 50, Nifty Next 50 and Nifty Bank indices. NSE MD and CEO Ashish Kumar Chauhan has said that passive funds are well suited for retail investors. NSE will continue to work on investor education to increase retail participation in passive products. The passive fund industry in India has grown at a CAGR of 55% over the last 5 years, with the total assets under management of 6.15 lakh crore rupees as of October 31, 2022. Come another day and yet another financial institution has announced hike in hefty rates. Depositors of FDs of Sundaram Home Finance will get higher rates from December 1. The home financier will give interest rate of as high as 7.65% on FDs of 4 years. On 1-year deposits, account holders will get 7.15% interest rate. Senior citizens will get 0.35% higher interest rates over and above the applicable rates. This means senior citizens can get inflation-beating rate of 8% on 4-year fixed deposits. And following its peers, IndusInd Bank has also revised FD rates. IndusInd Bank has altered the interest rates on fixed deposits under 2 crore rupees. According to the bank's official website, the new rates take effect on November 29, 2022. The bank is now offering interest rates on fixed deposits with maturities ranging from 7 days to 61 months and above, that range from 3.5% to 6.5% for the general public and 4% to 7% for senior citizens. IndusInd Bank is now giving a maximum interest rate of 7.25% for the general public on FDs maturing in 2 years, up to 2 years, 1 month, and 7.75% for senior citizens. Up next, it's about new airports, and you betcha, it's Jewar Airport. According to media reports, the government is planning to connect the upcoming Jewar Airport not just with other parts of Uttar Pradesh, but also with the national capital, New Delhi. The government has already begun construction work of the high-speed rail network which will connect the airport to New Delhi. And guess what? Passengers will be able to reach the airport within just 21 minutes from New Delhi. The government is also thinking of an extension of the metro line in Greater Noida to Noida, and adding to that, the airport will also be connected with Delhi-Mumbai Expressway and the Yamuna Expressway. Major interlinking schemes are being planned for the under-construction airport. The international airport is expected to become functional by the end of 2024. Next up, we have some news on corporate dividend. Two companies have recently announced dividends for shareholders. Let's check out which are those. Shareholders of Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers Limited will get a dividend of 1.6 rupees per share. Its board has set December 16 as the record date for finalizing shareholders for dividend payment, while shareholders of Aptus Value Housing Finance India Limited will get dividend of 2 rupees per share. The record date has been set at December 9. The payment of dividend will be made on or before December 23. And if you use Xiaomi smartphones, then you must watch this closely. Very soon, you may get a chance to experience the upcoming version of Xiaomi's operating system, which will be based on Android 13 OS. The China-based electronics manufacturer is slated to take the wraps off the next version of its custom operating system, MIUI 14. If you are currently using any of the models like Xiaomi 12 Pro, Redmi K50i 5G, Poco F4 5G or the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, then you will have a chance to upgrade to MIUI 14 operating software. And now it's time for some quick IPO updates. If you're eagerly awaiting for Oyo's IPO, then you must listen to this. IPO-bound hotel booking portal Oyo has shared its financials of the first half of the financial year 2023. Its revenues has grown 24% year-on-year to 2,905 crore rupees. Its EBITDA has also improved to 63 crore rupees during the same period. The company has a cash corpus of close to 2,800 crore rupees. In spite of improvement in the financials, the travel tech firm continues to operate in losses. Although on a quarterly basis, its loss has fallen to 333 crore rupees in the second quarter of FY23. SEBI is currently examining draft papers submitted for the IPO. Two other players from real estate sector threw light on their respective IPOs. PropTech firm HomeSpy Realty filed its draft paper with SEBI to launch its IPO. Mumbai-based HomeSpy Realty Limited is engaged in providing real estate broking services. The company runs two platforms, homespy.in and mymagnet.io. Another realty firm, Signature Global India Limited, has received SEBI's nod to float its IPO and raise up to 1,000 crore rupees. The IPO will comprise a fresh issue of equity shares worth up to 750 crore rupees and an offer for sale of up to 250 crore rupees. Signature Global focuses on affordable and mid-housing segments. It is operational in Delhi NCR. Well, we've wrapped up today's Money Time with some news from the IPO segment. The IPO of Dharmach Corp saw a robust response on Dalal Street. The IPO was oversubscribed more than double its size by 4 p.m. today. The quota of retail investors was oversubscribed by 375%, although QIB's quota remained undersubscribed. Non-institutional investors had subscribed 167% of their quota. The total size of the IPO is 251 crore rupees. The share sale process will end on November 30, 2022. That's all for today on Money Time at Money9. Stay tuned to Money9 English's YouTube channel and do like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn. Download the Money9 app from the Google Play Store and App Store. This is me, Ajay, signing off. Take care and good night.